making it happen. At the moment, I would like to bring on stage our honorable special guest, Dr. Mrs. Maria Flachsbarth, onto stage. And I want to just give a few words. I would have to say that, it's not every place where you would find supporting policymakers that really supports young initiative and greater cause. It has definitely been a pleasure working with the BMZ/the GIZ. I think that Afrolynk would have not come this far if it had not been these great people within the ministry who are promoting and mobilizing us. It is definitely an honor for me to present to you Dr. Mrs. Maria Flachsbarth, who is going to share insights and motivate us as we start this year's conference. With the little I do, I would like to currently share my screen and ask her to join me in a few. Over to you, Mom.
Hello, I can hear you, but I can't see anybody.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can hear you and your screen is being shared now. So,
wonderful. So
yes.
Then I will give you my speech and perhaps we will see later. Okay, so Mr. Aqua, if you are Mr. Aqua, I don't know. And,
yes, please.
Distinguished members of the diplomatic corps and Mrs. Abdella, Mrs. Grass, Mr. Davis, so ladies and gentlemen. Today we are making the 5th anniversary of the annual Afrolynk conference, so I would like to say happy birthday. You have contributed to a vibrant startup ecosystem connecting Europeans and Africans. You have highlighted the potential of both digitalization and young African living in Germany and abroad. And you have brought the question of how to support African entrepreneurs onto the political agenda. My ministry, the BMZ, is proud to have supported Afrolynk and similar organizations over recent years. Thank you for the invitation to speak at this conference. Africa's biggest asset is its human capital, especially its youth, As most of you are aware, 70% of Africa's population is aged below 30. A young generation of digital natives is already showing how we will do business differently in the future. The continent has a great opportunity to transform rapidly in the creation is key, and especially in these critical times, we are looking at initiatives. Building on this, we hosted 2 G20 Contacts with Africa summits in 2018 and 2019, attended by representatives of 12 African countries. Some members of Afrolynk were at the investment conferences that were held there before the summit. Also, the events were dominated by large companies. Improving investment conditions is, in fact, even more crucial for those just entering the African markets. Some lighthouse investment agreements were signed by German and other European investors in Africa. In order to finance such investments, we have established a development investment fund, which with up to 1 billion euros. My colleagues can inform you about the 2 components, Africa Connect and Africa Grow, as well as the advisory services available to you. Germany currently holds the EU Council presidency in the second half of 2020. And again, we are focusing on private sector investments in Africa. Now, we are also reaching out to other European partners who are not members of the G20. As the COVID-19 pandemic has changed most of our plans, we are supporting the Team Europe approach of the EU Commission. Now, more than ever, we must trade and cooperate internationally to overcome the recession and the plight caused by COVID-19. The private sector is key, and large lighthouse projects must be underpinned by smart projects, which often start small. The Smart Development Hackathon is one example. We started it during the first wave of the pandemic, more than 1,000 digital meeting. As many of you already know, Afrolynk is an active Make IT Alliance member, and thank you very much for that. Through the Alliance, we have helped hundreds of startups across Africa to realize new ideas and create viable jobs opportunities. Together, we are supporting local innovators in Africa. The BMZ also has set up the program Digital for Development, D4D, as one of its focus programs in development for the German EU presidency. We want a close digital economic partnership between Europe and Africa. With our activities, we are responding to the statement by Chancellor Merkel, emphasizing that digital partnerships with Africa will be one of our priorities for the EU presidency. The BMZ has, in close cooperation with the EU Commission and other member states, prepared 3 D4D deliverables for the presidency. Just to mention one of them, the African-European Digital Innovation Bridge, with a decentralized mechanism to promote digital entrepreneurship in Africa. My team will be glad to provide more detail on these digital innovation hubs. So the COVID-19 pandemic has once more reminded us of the importance of essential sectors such as health, education, agriculture, logistics, and finance. Health is not only a human right in itself, it is vital for our societies to flourish. We therefore must safeguard our personal and collective health. Yet on the African continent, in many countries, quality, affordable health remains a challenge. A strong health system is key, especially in a pandemic. The BMZ has recognized that digitalization is central to a health system strengthening. We were therefore among the first to commit the principles of donor alignment for digital health. These principles focus on a sustainable and interoperable global goods that meet the needs of the partners. With a view to preventing and combating pandemics, I'm also promoting One Health approach, which is shared by internationally many others. Human health and animal health and well-being of our environment, that means biodiversity, are deeply connected. We must address both in order to avoid further pandemics. We will have to rely on research, the private sector and civil society to work hand in hand. Digital technologies play a major role in this and can help to provide reliable access to information, services, and medication in the health sector. The MSET projects are supporting solutions as digital tools for pandemic control, targeted resource deployment in a crisis using augmented intelligence-based software,